The Volkswagen Beetle is one car that was hugely patronized by Africans in the 70s and 80s. Although what is left of this car in most African countries are antiquated carcass that could be seen at mechanic workshops and some dirty streets, but some Africans have found ways to preserve the memory of this great vehicle. In Nigeria, Mohammed Abdul Modibbo, a mechanical engineer, managed to give this VW Beetle a Rolls-Royce makeover. The restored car has 4 doors, 4 exhausts and a well-designed interior and exterior. All over Africa, this vehicle continues to make huge expression in African music videos. In Accra, Ghana, we spotted this building with a VW car driving into the wall from one side and emerging from the other side. No doubt, this work of art will help to preserve this car for a very long time. At this mechanic workshop, Mr. Richard Kwashi is fixing his old VW Beetle. He said he got it 18 months ago and he actually has 2 of them. Asked what inspired him to continue using the Beetle, he said.
What inspired me is the fact that I like old cars, I like classic cars, and I've been using classic cars for a very long time, for about 20 years. And so it's something that, it's like a hobby, something I enjoy doing. I enjoy working on them, I enjoy driving them, and I've had other classic cars. So the Beetle is not the only classic car I've used. This is sort of 79 German model, which was the last model that the Germans made before they started making them in Brazil. The Brazilian Beetles were done until 2003, but the Germans stopped doing it in 79, and this is the last type that they did. What I like about the Beetle is it's economic in terms of fuel usage. It's an icon because it's a car which has maintained its shape since the 1930s when it was first made for the German people. The shape hasn't changed much. And it is still being used. You have Beetle clubs throughout the whole world, in America, in Europe, in South America. So it's a car which is respected. And it's a design icon. If you go to design museum in some parts of the world, you will always find either a Beetle or a picture of a Beetle or a model of a Beetle. It's one of the design icons of the last 50, 60, 70 years.
Talking about getting spare parts for the car, he said.
The parts are surprisingly easy to get. In this country, you almost get them second-hand. You get them at Abusi Okai. The actual mechanics know where to get them, so there's no problem. Once they need a part, they know where to find them. If you go abroad, they are very easy to find. You actually can get them on the internet. There are internet companies who sell Beetle parts. So you just, as long as you can pay for it, they will send the parts to you, very cheap. Compared to modern cars, compared to new cars, they are quite cheap. And they are very easy to repair. There are no computers, there are no complicated parts, electronic parts. It's basic mechanical type of car. And even though not all mechanics can repair them, but you are sure that if it breaks down, say on the highway, you'll get someone, if not your own mechanic, you get someone who can at least do something to get the car moving. Once I got my first Beetle in Ghana, about 8 years ago, when I got my first Beetle in Ghana. This is my third Beetle. I had a mechanic once, he showed me other mechanics. So there's a network of mechanics and owners of Beetles here in Ghana. And it's not just Accra. You go to Koforidua, you go to other parts of Ghana, you'll find Beetle owners and Beetle mechanics. You just have to know where to go and where to find them.
Asked how people react when they see him driving his VW Beetle, he said.
You get people coming to you, waving at you. You get people coming to you and asking whether they can buy the car, etc. You have children, once you drive past, jumping up and down, shouting, apotro, and they look very happy. Anytime you drive past children, a smile comes on their face for some reason. I mean, they may not know the history of the car, but for some reason, children, it has a significant part in making children happy, which is one of the things I enjoy driving around. If you go back 20 years, 30 years, the Beetle was a very common car in Ghana. Now, there are only probably about 100 or so left. But the key thing is, at the moment, we are thinking of setting up a Beetle owners club. So once we do that, it will attract more people who want to own Beetles to come and join. It would probably allow us to get more parts and fix all the old Beetles. There are lots of old Beetles sitting around which are not mobile, which are just standing. They could be fixed, and they will increase the population of Beetles in Ghana.
Bringing old Beetles back to life is the job of these men who says they have been doing this job since the 70s.
Me, I do only the body. Some people like this car. It's very strong. It can go to anywhere you want to go with it. So people love it. It's very economical. And it can go to anywhere with this car. And the petrol consumption is very good. That's why people like it.
Although the manufacture of the VW Beetle was terminated over a decade ago, but as far as there are mechanics to fix the old ones, people like Richard Gwashi will continue to enjoy a jolly ride on the classic VW Beetle. Thanks for watching. Please remember to subscribe, share and also drop your comments before leaving.